What's up, everybody? It is day 11 of 31 and 31, and today's feature film is VHS 94 for the creature feature. And yes, it's filled with nothing but creatures. Um, it is a return to form for the VHS series, let me tell you. This is a Shudder original, and it's a movie that I was looking forward to. What I like most about this film is that it's really, really gritty. They used digital overlays to make it seem like they actually used tape and other things to record it like it was on a VHS, and also to give it that feeling. The only one that is really, really, really clean is the third of this anthology. So it's an anthology film, right? There's four different stories with one that's overlapping and that's wrapping the whole movie. The rap is probably my least favorite. At least the way that it ends. It ends really cheesy, and I mean it's gory good time, but it's a little bit cheesy. My favorite is one that I didn't like as it began, but then as it went crazy, was the third one. That was definitely my favorite, and that has to do with like biomechanical creatures that this guy's creating, and it's based in Indonesia. So I always forget what the language is there, but it's subtitled. So in the beginning, it just kind of is, crazy scientists and making things and making people into machine people, these weird machine creatures. And the first one that you get to see, I'm like, okay, kind of interested in it. And once something happens, then it just goes straight up like Doomslayer in first person, and it's just awesome. My second favorite of the whole thing is the second one. Again, it's another one that starts off a little slow, and it's basically a girl in a funeral parlor that is going to be the one that's hosting the wake on her like kind of first time that she's doing this thing by herself, and then craziness ensues. Again, that one has a really good feel of tension. Like the whole time I was kind of on the edge of my seat trying to figure out what was going on and what exactly they were trying to build up to. And it really kind of struck a nerve, and it's just, again, like the second half of that one is just really, really good, lots of fun, really enjoyed that one. Then the first one is my third favorite, which is the one that is about the Rat Man. And the creature effect, I would say all the creature effects in this movie are really cool. They all look really, really good. And I was very surprised. Only really the fourth creature is a little silly, but I think it's really menacing and it still looks pretty good. You can tell all of these are pretty low budget in terms of how much they had to spend on doing the sequences and getting everything filmed, and you kind of know where they spent the money that they were given to do these little sequences. So the fourth one is definitely my fourth favorite. Out of all of them, like I said, the anthology ones aren't bad. This is just my kind of ranking of them, I guess. Just because, again, the all of them really have the issue with being kind of slow to start, but then when it picks up really well. The fourth one just takes forever, it seems like, to pick up, and it's a bunch of militia guys that are going to use this supernatural power against a government building, and then things get weird, and really I kind of lost focus a little bit during that one, and then when it got back into focus, everything was just a lot of fun, and it was just really good, but then all of a sudden it was over. Like right when it happened, it was just over. Something like really crazy happens that you don't expect to happen, and then all of a sudden we're back, and man, it's crazy when they go back into the house. So, and then of course the wraparound. Like I said, if I have to like give that one, make that one be the fourth story, it's just, or fifth one I should say, it's just not very good. I mean, it's what it is. It's just wrapping around everything. But you shouldn't let that discourage you from watching this film. It's a Shudder original, available right now on Shudder. Actually, was released shortly before I started recording these things, and like I said, it's a whole lot of fun, and it reminds me of the first one a lot. I really like the first VHS. I think the second one's okay. It's got a couple of good ones in it, but the other stories are kind of like eh. And the third one, I'm not the biggest fan of. It has one that I really like, and then the rest of them are just kind of all. I feel like they're throwaways, but this one is just like each one is good, and they really tried to go back to the roots, and I think they did a really good job of going back to those roots of the original VHS. And what surprised me about that movie. And so it's worth your time. If I have to rank the VHS movies, it goes from the third one, second one, fourth one, first one. I think that, as far as horror anthologies go, like as a series, the series is really good and you should check out the whole series. But I think that if you're going to try to pick and choose which ones you want to do, the first and the fourth one, I think, should be on the top of your list. And they're great because you don't have to watch them in order. They're really not connected other than the whole overlying thing of the, VHS cult that is going on and the videos that people see. And so I'm going to give this one 4 out of 5 face rippings. I think it's a lot of fun. It's definitely a lot better than the last movie I saw, which was just, oh, God, a piece of garbage. And yeah, so do yourself a favor, go watch them, and we'll see you tomorrow on another one of these 31 and 31 creature feature films.